of the town.
Incredible.
Daddy! Ain't got nothing on you. I smell a new mission. Huh? What's Rosetta doing? Probably. Hi, Rosetta!
Nice of you to drop by, Lyria. Come to see my part of town?
Actually, I wanted to ask you how I could help the crew.
Is that so? Well, I'd say there's no need to stress out about it.
But I want to be useful and do my share.
Oh dear. I think you might be overthinking this.
Still, isn't there something I can do?
Let's see. Guidebooks are pretty useful. Ever thought about writing one?
Write my own guidebook?
Just jot down the fun things you've seen and done. Whatever you want to share with us.
Better than complaining all the time. That's like the opposite of being helpful. You're right. Okay, I'll write the best guidebook ever.
I can't wait to read it. Such a refreshing breeze.
Work hard, play hard.
All right.
My.
Head right up! Feast your eyes on my incredible...
Aw, it won't open.
Catalina, training again. Guess old military habits die hard, huh? If she hadn't betrayed the Earth State Empire to save Lyria, who knows where we'd be now?
Hi, Catalina. What you doing?
Thought I might get in some training. I once spent hours practicing my strikes.
Oh, no wonder you're a master swordswoman.
Not yet, I'm afraid. Maybe I'm halfway there at best.
You're no slouch either, buddy. But I wonder who's better, you or Catalina?
I don't mean to brag, but...
It's hard to say at a glance, though it might be fun to cross swords sometime.
You mean like a sparring match? I wouldn't know who to root for. Then why not both? Oh, you're right. There's no rule that says I can only pick one side.
Captain, before we proceed any further, I have just one thing. Make sure to check our mastery points from time to time. Battles may begin to feel tense if we don't sharpen our skills.
Oh, nifty!
Yeah!
Seems useful.
Let's try her out.
I'll practice day and night. I mustn't fall behind our captain after all.
Head right up!
Leo. We've come a long way since we met on Freymill. With how much she knows about magic, I still can't believe she's younger than me.
Get that!
Hey, what you looking at? Yeah! You dumb lizard! Don't sneak up on me like that! Ugh, for the millionth time, I ain't no lizard! So, what you doing, Neo? Checking out the makeup selection. Ooh, that's so grown up. An elegant lady knows the importance of looking her best. I see. I still don't know anything about makeup. You're naturally pretty, but a dab here or there could bring out a whole new you. Really? I don't know if that's me at all. How about this? Next time we'll do our faces together. With Rosetta's tutoring, of course. Aren't you curious how Lyria will look, Captain?
Can't wait to see the new Lyria.
Gosh, I'll try not to disappoint anyone. Gee, what a selection. I don't know what most of this stuff is for.
Step right up, folks.
Ready for some action?
Come to the soup.
Ooh, I'm getting hungry just reading the menu. Look at today's special.
Eugen's already, making connections with the locals. Methods aside, he did know all the talk in Auguste. Mercenaries sure are resourceful.
Ahoy, Captain. Enjoying yourself?
Oh, brother. At least one of us is, that's for sure.
Come here. Let you in on a tip I heard. Word is there's a village that runs a mining operation on a nearby island. It's got an altar dedicated to, get this, a primeval god. And when this god stirs up a wind, loads of ore gets exposed, ripe for the plucking. Then, this town takes those mined ores to make the finest jewelry. We'd be rich if we got in on the action somehow. You catching my drift? Anyway, gonna stay put and sniff around for more info. I'll let you know what I hear. See you later, Captain. One more for the road.
Rackham headed straight for the docks, huh? He takes such good care of the Grand Cipher. I guess after everything we've put her through, she deserves the TLC.
Well, all right.
Airship of that size is a first for me, but I reckon I can handle her.
Sorry for pushing you guys.
Shucks, it ain't nothing. I'll leave this spot empty, so go ahead and fly her in.
Thanks a million. I'll get right on it.
Rackham, hi!
Well, look who it is. I managed to find a place that can patch up the Grand Cipher. Just got done haggling with him.
I'm sorry the ship got hurt. That was my fault.
Whoa, whoa, what are you talking about? You had nothing to do with it.
But I...
Look, it was a random accident. No one could have known our dragon friend would go all crazy.
It's not your fault, Lyria.
Yep, no one's blaming you.
Captain knows best. So quit feeling guilty about it, okay?
Okay. Thanks for cheering me up.
There's that smile. Besides, we're in a new skydom. Let's see some more enthusiasm, huh? Anyway, I'd better go move the Grand Cipher before anything happens to her. Go have fun. I got the ship covered.
If you're done looking around, we can start heading to the meetup spot a little early.
Yep. The thing is, but
The meetup spot was somewhere around here, right? Are you done looking around?
Yeah, I think I've seen everything.
Same. Let's take a quick break while we wait for the others. Look, it's the Grand Cipher. Oh yeah! Rackham did say he'd bring her in for repairs. Can I tell you something? I heard what you did when I was falling off the ship. I felt so happy knowing you sprang to my rescue. We've been through a lot together. Visited new islands, met new people. It hasn't always been the safest trip, but you've always been there to protect me. I just wanted to say thank you. And since our lives are intertwined, let's make the most of our journey together.
Yeah.
Now my face feels a little hot. That's so true. Doesn't it smell nice?
Sure does.
Sorry. Kept y'all waiting. Cypher's officially in the shop.
Nice work. Thanks, Rackham. So, we've got time to burn, it seems. Anyone want...
almost forgot this.
You guys hear that?
All right, I'm off. Pardon my rudeness. I don't do well with lizards.
Hey! I ain't no lizard!
It can talk?
I do beg your pardon. We didn't mean to startle you. And we certainly don't intend on starting any trouble. Actually, we're a crew of humble skyfarers. This is Vern. I assure you he means no harm. If anything, he's quite the lovable dragon once you get to know him.
You've got it all wrong, Catalina. I'm a cool dragon.
Huh. Skyfarers, you say? Oh, allow me to introduce myself. My name is...
Roland, you've got to help us. A tornado suddenly hit our village out of nowhere.
A tornado? Could something have angered Tempeal's primal beast? Huh? Remain here in Folca. I'll handle the rest. My apologies. It seems I'm needed elsewhere, so I'm afraid this is farewell for now.
Hey, wait! He sure ran off in a hurry.
And I heard him say primal beast. We should follow him.
What?
We've got lunch specials, good food, good prices.
There are still people stuck in Temple! Oh, what do we do? What do we do? So the altar suddenly lit up, you know? And the wind was like a whoosh! And that primeval god is not happy.
Slow down, take a few deep breaths, and tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, okay. I'm calm.
An altar, fierce winds, and what they call a primeval god. Sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Smells fishy. It's gotta be connected to Bahamut going ballistic on us.
That guy with glasses knows something we don't. Wanna see if we can tag along?
He could lead us to a clue. What do you think, Captain?
Well, we can't ignore people in trouble.
Exactamundo.
Right then. I know what I have to do. Time to get moving.
Excuse me?
Ah, hello again. The situation is a bit out of hand, as you can see. If you need something from me, can it wait? I must leave town for a spell.
Then I'll cut to the chase. Allow us to join you.
Say that again?
It seems you're in a predicament.
I appreciate the offer, I really do, but
It seems you're in a predicament. Depending on the situation, we could be of help.
You mentioned a primal beast, right? If that's the problem, we want to lend a hand.
We hit our own snag as soon as we arrived in this skydom. Bet you a round of drinks whatever you're facing has to do with us, too.
Simply put, our goals are aligned. It takes two to tango, wouldn't you say?
I don't know. Though, more hands would certainly be welcome. Very well. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Anything can happen out there. You should get organized before we head out.
All right. So who are we calling to the front line?
Couldn't resist my help?
I'm your Rose.
What are we waiting for?
See that counter? That's where we can pick up new quests. Let's check back often, okay?
Fresh sandwiches, come with the soup and the side.
You set. That dude's gonna need serious help fixing the tornado problem.
Oh, are you a Skyfarer, perchance? If you're looking for coin, I can help you find jobs from all over the Skydom. So, would you be interested in taking a quest or two? Or, maybe more?
Right.
Would you take this one?
Please be careful.
Have a nice day.
Fresh sandwiches, come with the soup and the side.
I'll take point. Do or die.
Alive! We've got company!
Fire in the hole! Heads up, people!
Now you're weakened!
Help me out! This one's free! Hell of a warm-up, huh?
Oh, the fun's just beginning, Rackham. Are you injured?
Thank you!
Never tasted lead?
Enchanted land!
Looks like we got a second to catch our breath before things heat up again. They just keep coming! But we'll show them who's boss!
Hot enough for ya?
Crimson Thorn!
Now's our chance! Bury
Got
them.
him!
What the duck?
The most formidable crew in the skies.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
The time is right. They're open. Say goodnight. Stay alert.
You got it!
No escape! Now!
Take it! Good work!
You're getting better.
Keep it up, and we'll finish the next wave in no time. I'm not liking the look of this, but don't let it intimidate ya.
What do you think? Finish this. Now's our chance. You take the lead. Excellent shot, Rackham.
You weren't half bad yourself.
There now. I'll finish this. It's over. Right away.
Coming right up.
A fine display. Yes, very well
Keep
done.
it up!
Oh, yeah, we got the stuff.
Gotta keep it up!
Take that.
It's over.
I'm not liking the look of this, but don't let it intimidate ya.
Crimson Thorn. Got
Cut
him.
them down.
We're unstoppable.
Indeed.
Lots
Let's
more
keep
where
it
that
up.
came from.
I'll finish this. I need your power. Who's cold? No escape. There. One fell blow.
Come on. Read him and weep. On to greener pastures.
You got it.
Can't keep out. Heal. On me. We will prevail. Keep it up, crew.
You got it.
Gotcha.
Time is right. I take you. Fall prey to our blade. Realm of ice. Captain.
My turn now. Captain, play. Rosetta.
No, it's all right. Rapid.
I got ya. Piercing punishment.
Bring it.
Absolute zero.
And I think that's everything. You were awesome out there.
Stay near. I'll protect you.
Yeah?
Something hard? Something harder?
Hello there. What do you think? This one, yes? It's in your hands now.
Stay behind me, everyone.
Come here.
Been saving this one.
Granblue! Don't play too much now. You're finished! Come, Crimson can't keep up. Heal!
You're a lifesaver.
Granblue! Prepare yourself!
Now's our chance.
Bury them.
Coward. And it all comes together.
I owe you much.
Let's keep it up.
A lovely sentiment.
It's over.
What do you think?
Take that! Oh, you're in for it.
Prepare yourself! Come, Crimson Thorn! I'll finish this! On guard! One count! They're open! You take the lead!
Let's go.
Thank you, Rosetta. I'm here to protect the crew. So discretion's the name of... Same then. Stay focused. Close call. Granblue.
Seeing stars.
It's over! You're mine! Are you injured? I feel better already. Prepare yourself! I'll finish this! What do you think? I need you to follow me! You have my aid! Not over yet! You soar high, Captain!
There's more where that.
Press them while they're down!
Here goes.
I'll finish this! Prepare yourself! Come and get it. The time is right! Full blue!
Try that again.
Feel the fight! There's nothing to fear.
Hero.
Here goes. Blast them full of holes. Piercing punishment.
It's over! Prepare yourself!
Catalina.
I'm here! Go forth! Into the icy beyond! Captain!
My turn now. Tempest Blade. Rosetta.
Sullen go! I'll finish this!
Bring it!
Running blade! I need your power!
Good hustle, people.
Do it again!
Please. This one, huh?
Be careful.
What do you think?
Take that!
Can't keep up.
Fire in the hole!
Well done.
Come, Crimson!
Don't get careless.
And you're finished! Are you injured?
Sorry to trouble you.
Right this! Full blue! And I'll finish this!
Can't keep up.
Hit him.
Now!
Firing!
How much ammo do you have left?
Stay focused.
Enchanted land! There! And no! Very well.
Lifeblood is heated.
Full blue! No more!
Can't keep up.
Right there!
What do you think?
Now we're cooking.
One fell, prepare yourself! we go. Well, this'll come in handy. Oh my. A fine victory.
Yeah?
All right.
We've got lunch specials, good food, good prices.
What?
Excuse me.
Mission complete. Another satisfied client. Welcome, welcome. I have knickknacks for all your travel needs. I love to barter. What can I trade you for? See you next time.
But
Let's want your weapons tempered. I'll handle it. How about that? I'll handle it. I'll handle it. Good. I'll handle it. How about that? I'll handle it. Good. Come back sometime.
What?
Welcome! I love to barter. What can I trade you for? Don't be a stranger!
Hello there. What do you think? This one, yes? It's in your hands now.
Are we all set?
Rigging the whole circus, huh? Keep on your toes. Yikes! It's alive! No escape!
Ray, help!
Dragon Blade!
Can't keep up.
Oh, you're in for it.
What do you think? Come, Crimson Thorn! Full bloom!
We kicked some serious butt there. Let's keep it up. They just keep coming. But we'll show them. It's an air
This
raid.
one's mine. Full bloom! There now.
It's working.
I'll finish this! Don't play too hard now. Did you miss me? Come, Crimson Thorn! Full bloom!
Right on.
Say goodnight!
You got it.
Right.
Let's go check out the next place. They just keep coming. But we'll show them,
Oh.
boss.
What do you think? Come, Crimson Thorn! Full bloom! Can't keep up?
Dragon Blade!
Fall with the blossoms!
The time is right.
Refreshing, isn't it? What do you think? Full bloom!
No escape!
Come, Crimson Thorn! Come and get it.
Ugh, more monsters. You ready?
Full bloom! What do you... Ball with the blossom. There now. Very well. Come and get me. Full bloom.
And I think that's everything. You were awesome out there.
Oh dear. Surely there's more.
Yeah?
Sandwiches, come to the soup and decide.
Yes, can I help you? Right.
Our adventure began with a strange light falling over my home island of Zinkenstill. I chased it to the impact site, where I found a blue-haired girl named Lyria and a knight, Catalina. The girl was shaken, and pretty soon I learned the reason why. She was on the run from Erste Empire soldiers. I knew an unfair fight when I saw one, so I stepped up to protect Lyria from those overbearing jerks. Catalina and I fended them off well enough, but when their backs were in the corner, they released a fire-breathing Hydra. It charged me, sending me flying into the tree line. Moments away from death, all I could think about was Dad. He'd been the one who trained me, and he'd done a great job, but, well, who expects their daughter to get attacked by a five-headed horror? He was going to be devastated. So, it's all over. Just as I began to sink into darkness, a gentle light enveloped my body. Lyria, wreathed by a mystical halo, was floating above me with her hand outstretched. She explained that she was going to merge our life forces. Fortunately, it worked. From that moment forward, Lyria and I would be inextricably linked. Looking into her blue eyes, I knew I had nothing to fear. Not even death itself. Two people, one life. A greater whole. Lyria had taken a huge risk to save me. Now, if one of us got hit with a fatal blow, it was curtains for both. And that thought awakened in me a desperate hunger for survival. For life. The next moment, Lyria and I felt this reverberation of power. A torrent of emotion rushing from me had awakened something. Darkness and flames swirled around us, coalescing into a massive dragon, Bahamut. With him on our side, we made short work of the Imperial Hydra. Now that their trump card had been blasted into oblivion, the Imperial army had no choice but to run. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't chased that light. No Lyria. No lifelink, no adventure. Yeesh, I probably wouldn't even have set foot off of Zinkenstill. Fate's a funny thing, isn't it? Since meeting Lyria, we've seen our fair share of joy and happiness, and pain and suffering. But the Grand Cypher crew doesn't buckle under pressure. We'll take on anything the journey throws at us. No regrets. Now, where was I? Oh, right. We just humiliated the Empire, who probably had reserves waiting somewhere close by. We realized we needed to get off Zinkenstill. Fast. The Empire was not going to rest while Lyria was on the loose, and I figured that since we shared a life force now and all, it was in everyone's best interest if we stayed together. Plus, I'd always wanted to explore the far reaches of the skies, though doing it on the run, not what I had in mind. Oh, there was so much to think about, so much to decide. But all those plans could come after we had escaped Zinkenstill. I didn't want a whole army, this time with, I don't know, 30 Hydras marching on my home island. And, well, I had another, more personal reason for wanting to leave. Before I knew it, our journey was at an end. The end. As in, we'd reached the end of the skies. My daughter, I'm waiting for you on Estalucia. I thought about Dad's letter. I missed him. When I was young, he would take me to the edge of the island, and we'd sit there, admiring the clouds. I wanted so badly to explore those skies, just like Dad. I had to see him again. And now, I wouldn't have to make that journey alone. With Vern, Lyria, and Catalina at my side, we commandeered a small Imperial craft and set out for the greatest of destinations, Estalucia. From the moment we left Zinkenstill, our adventures were hectic to say the least. Catalina, who claimed to be an experienced pilot, crashed our small vessel into the gusty fields of Port Breeze. But we quickly pulled ourselves together and found a new ally, and helpsman, in the form of Rackham. Since then, we gained more and more allies, and no matter what obstacle we faced, the crew always worked in tandem to find a solution. It's all thanks to their support that I've made it this far. And what a wild ride it's been! I had never set foot off of Zinkenstill, but now I can't even count the number of islands we've saved, let alone visited. Sure, being a roving band of heroes is difficult, but it's got its perks. New faces, new places, and a whole airship's worth of fun. Who could pass this life up? Anyhoodle, we've just begun the next chapter of our adventure. We discovered another piece of the sky map, which led us to Zega Grande. Yeah, a whole new skydom. Just imagine the danger, the promise. But I knew it was going to be fine. Just another set of memories to add to our ever-growing collection. I hope you're ready, Zega Grande, 'cause here we come!
You think you know the sky and wind, but then you come to a foreign land, where unfamiliar songs on the air beckon you toward the unknown.
Catalina, where do you think this breeze is coming from?
The wind rustled Lyria's hair affectionately as she spoke. From somewhere far, far away. Much time has passed since Lyria and I escaped from the Erste Empire and met the captain in the woods of Zinkenstill. I found myself thankful that the sky has no limit, because no matter how many journeys I've made at her side, there will always be more to look forward to. Lyria and I first crossed paths when I was still a knight of Erste, and she a tool in the Empire's mad experiments on dark essence. So you're Lyria. I was appointed to stay by her side as both captor and guardian. She reminded me of a beautifully crafted puppet, never moving or speaking unless commanded. Her expression was fixed, and her eyes were bright, but cold, as if made of glass. Moved to pity, I wanted at the very least to light a smile on her face. But I may as well have been talking to a doll. I couldn't find the part of her that was alive. It wasn't until many days had escaped us that I realized Lyria was a real girl with a feeling soul. She simply didn't know how to act like one. So, I taught her to laugh when she felt joy and cry when she felt sadness. Through books and reverie, I taught her to long for the outside world. And when colors on a page were no longer enough, I took her hand and led her to the roof of the military base. The illustrations Lyria had seen were lovely, but the sky now stretching above her was boundless and so luminous that it drew forth tears. And finally, her blue eyes shone, as if they were two patches of sky lit by a sun from within her. That sun melted my heart. There, with the open air as our witness, I made her a promise. Someday, we'll sail this endless world together. I swear it. As the bond between us grew, so did the cruelty of the experiments they performed on Lyria. Lyria doesn't belong here. No living creature does. The shining empire I served now became to me a place clouded by doubt. Day after day, a battle raged within me, between the knight loyal to her flag and the guardian who wanted to set a sad girl free. Then, one day, a memory of Lyria's response on the roof broke through like a clear ray of light.
Really? You'll show me this endless world?
I had made a vow. There was no more question where my allegiance lay. I took her hand once again, this time not to simply gaze at the sky, but to leap into it. And I did it for myself as much as I did it for her.
Piloting an airship ain't easy work, but whether it's plotting a windward course or conducting some routine maintenance, you can always count on experience and intuition. Ha! Just a little further! Finally, the Grand Cipher broke through the nebulous shadows and turbulent winds of the Grim Basin, and to greet us on the other end was our reward, the brilliant clear blue. It was a panoramic azure, dappled by silver-white clouds and gleaming from the light of a new day. Always an exhilarating sight to behold. And judging by the cries of celebration starting to spread across the deck, I took it my crewmates would agree. Damn, who'd have ever thought a young dreamer from Port Breeze would make it all the way out to these skies? The Grand Cipher and I, we'd gone through thick and thin together. It's a long story, but it all started on that fateful day I met the captain. I haven't looked back since. Right then, landing maintenance. Fuel stores, full. Engine, all clear. We were ready to disembark into the unknown. What awaited us in the Zega Grande Skydom? As uneasy as I was, I couldn't help but feel a teensy bit giddy with excitement. Ah, the Grand Cipher. Ever since I found her abandoned behind a cliff, it was love at first sight. I was just a kid, but I had lofty dreams of repairing that ramshackle airship and taking her to the skies. Back then, I didn't know the difference between a porthole and port side, but I was determined. I dove into books bigger than my head, and I learned basic airship repair, helmsmanship, the whole kit and caboodle. After a ton of elbow grease, the day had come. The Grand Cipher was finally ready for a test flight. I still remember how my hands trembled as I grabbed the rudder. And wouldn't you know it, she actually lifted off the ground for me. Nothing quite like watching your first love take to the skies, is there? But before I could take it all in, my dreams came crashing down. I mean, literally. The Grand Cipher sunk like a damn meteor. 100 different things could have caused it, but that didn't matter. Years of work went kaput in the blink of an eye. Betrayed by the very skies I longed for, I was crushed. Looking back now, it sounds stupid, I know, but it really felt like I had nothing to live for. I put all my hopes into that hunk of scrap. Laugh if you want, but some pits are too deep to crawl out of, especially when you look up for freedom and all you see is the expansive crystal blue of your tormentor. Don't worry, my pity party wouldn't last for too much longer. You see, my dreams had crashed like a meteor.
But ironically enough, it was the meteoric rise of the Erste Empire that would bring the captain into my life. Salvation was on the horizon. Just as I'd given up on flying, the Erste Empire had arrived in Port Breeze, and they were hell-bent on exploiting our local protector, the primal beast of wind, Tiamat.
Their twisted machinations caused her to go on a rampage. Port Breeze was in peril. Fortunately, we had an ace up our sleeve, Lyria. Thing is, Lyria needed to get close to Tiamat, which meant we had to go up, and to go up, we needed to fly. Thought I'd already closed that chapter of my life when the skies betrayed me, but lives were on the line. Quick, get on the Grand Cipher! I don't know what got into me. She fell once before. Hell, I knew she might fall again. Nothing like a healthy fear of death to keep you grounded, eh? But the people of Port Breeze and my new crewmates had entrusted their fates to my piloting skills. My own fear was insignificant. All I needed to do was trust myself too. It's a damn shame it took me this long. But I'm back now, and ready to face the skies if you'll have me. As the Grand Cipher's engine purred to life, I knew I would no longer be encumbered by fear. I gripped the mast with pride as I set our course directly above to the rampaging Tiamat. Lyria quelled the primal beast, and catastrophe had been averted. Not to mention, I could finally dream again. Ever since that day, I've been the helmsman for the Grand Cipher and its crew. It's been one hell of a ride. I've since formed a pact with good old Tiamat and made amends with the shipwright Primal who built the Grand Cipher, Noah. So, Zega Grande Skydom might be uncharted territory, but my role remains the same, to see our crew arrive safely, no matter the destination. And that includes Estalucia. Some folks might call reaching the end of the skies an impossible dream, but I ain't too worried. With the Grand Cipher as our wings, anything's possible.
Zega Grande, the forgotten skydom. As I gazed into its perennial blue, I reflected on my last time here, during my travels with him. My memories of this place were distant, yet unforgettable.
Have you been here before, Rosetta?
Hmm? Perhaps I have. Who can say? Eventually, I'll share my tales of the captain's father and our journey together. When the time is ripe, of course. But first, I would need to sort through my own emotions. It was here in these skies that we would eventually part. I know. In the eyes of eternity, our time together lasted no longer than a blink. Yet his impact on me felt nothing short of eternal. Indeed, it wasn't nostalgia that I felt upon revisiting these skies. Rather, it was the significance of this place and all that transpired here that weighed heavily upon my heart. During the war, primal beasts were exploited by the Astrals as instruments of battle. Withered and fated, one primal would eventually drift to Lumacier Archipelago, making a home for herself. Over time, she grew accustomed to the comforts of its forests and the serenity they offered. It was a far cry from the brutalities of war. Centuries would pass until a young man stumbled upon her domain, forever altering the course of her life. She engaged him in a vicious battle, but was ultimately humbled in defeat. Accepting her fate, she resigned herself to death. However, the man would sheathe his blade and, to her surprise, asked if she would join him on a journey across the skies. A primal beast was supposedly no more than an astral weapon. Beings born to be controlled, manipulated, and ill-used since time immemorial. She had never entertained the idea of something more. In fact, she hardly had a name for herself. Well, she did have a moniker, but it was a meaningless one, whose sole purpose was to identify her as a weapon. Perhaps out of pity, perhaps out of kindness, the man bestowed upon her a new name. It was from that moment she would truly blossom. Rosetta. It was his gift to her, one she would treasure and love for eternity. With every union comes an inevitable separation. When his journey neared its final chapters, as he took up arms against the god of destruction, I returned to the forests of Lumacier. After my return to the archipelago, I briefly longed for his companionship, but the flora and fauna kept me company. Decades came and went, and one day I would encounter yet another young visitor to the island. There was no mistaking it. This was his offspring. I realized at that very moment the time had come. He had entrusted this child to me from the ends of the skies. My heart swelled, but I concealed my excitement, flashing naught but a smile at the young captain. I would join the up-and-coming Skyfarer's crew on the Grand Cipher for another journey across the skies, this time as a bystander. During their travels, they would experience joys and triumphs, alongside loss and hardship. I continued to observe from afar, doing my best to obscure my true intentions. My roots were well planted in the past. Knowing what I knew, would I be able to act as a part of their crew in earnest? Before long, my ambivalence would come to a head. My convictions had begun to waver. Was this the right approach? Of course, I was conscious of reality. I knew their journey wouldn't be easy. They would have to face the harsh life the skies had in store for them. And with our foes only becoming more and more cumbersome even for myself, could I possibly protect them? My presence on the Grand Cipher was inconsequential, and at worst, a hindrance to the crew. I thought if I weren't here, the captain, EO, the entire crew would handle themselves just fine. Perhaps the time had come to retire to the forests once more. But as I was preparing to leave, Io grabbed my hand so sweetly, so innocently, and said she needed me to stay. I couldn't bring myself to abandon her. I would be the bystander no longer. Everyone in the crew had a role to play, and I would be the exception no more. Finally, I found my purpose. I was free to experience the skies once again, hand in hand with the captain. It wasn't duty or obligation that anchored me to this crew. It was love. And I promised to always protect them. I would leave no regrets in the skies. Thus, our journey continued. Only this time I felt that I was a true member of the Grand Cipher.
If I hadn't met Master Zaka on that fateful day, if he hadn't saved me, there's no way I'd be where I am now. I'm from the Vaults Duchy, where the weather's sweltering all year long, thanks to a river of lava that flows through the island. My hometown might not have been the most scenic place, but as long as I had Master Zaka with me, I was happy. After traveling for so long, I can finally say that with pride. Before I left on my journey, I was completely clueless. When my master went missing, I just ran around like a chicken with its head cut off. I was looking for something, anything that would help me find him, and that's when I met the crew. The reason behind his disappearance turned out to be even worse than I could have imagined. The Earthstate Empire had driven him out of his mind. They had manipulated him into awakening the primal beast that had lain dormant beneath the ground, Colossus. Fortunately, I was able to break through to him, thwarting the Empire's attempt to exploit Colossus's powers for conquest. I learned that they were doing all sorts of horrible things, even to their own people, in order to achieve their goals. My master was a kind person who never hesitated to help those in need. I resented the Empire for making him suffer. And I couldn't just sit around when there was work to be done. That's why I decided to join the crew. To stick it to those Empire jerks and give their victims something to smile about. A few years before I met the crew, I lost my parents to an epidemic. I mourned their deaths for who knows how long. I could barely even bring myself to face reality each morning. With no living relatives in Vaults, I was like a ship adrift at sea. I had nowhere to go and nowhere to belong. Until one day, my master reached out his hand to me. I was so depressed I just kept staring at the ground. That gentle smile never left his face as he asked me, "Why do you look so sad?" There was something in his voice that made me look up. When I did, a beautiful bouquet of flowers appeared in his hand, seemingly out of thin air. I had no idea how he'd done it, but I knew it must have been some kind of parlor trick. But he insisted it was magic. What a goofball, right? Saying that when he can use real magic. But it was just the magic I needed at that moment. Beautiful and kind. He went on to show me all kinds of incredible spells, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Watching him made me smile at a time when I thought I'd forgotten how. My master would always say that magic exists to make people happy. Something about that spoke to me. It made me want to become a mage just like him. So I signed myself up as his disciple, begging him to teach me magic. I'll never forget how happy I was when he told me I had talent. After all, if he was right, that meant I had the potential to make people smile too. One day, shortly after I joined the crew, I suddenly lost the ability to use magic. No matter how many times I tried casting a spell, nothing happened. I had no clue what to do. The rest of the crew thought Master Zaka might have the answers I needed, so we set sail for Vaults. It'd been forever since I'd been back home. My master was thrilled to see how much I'd grown. I opened my mouth to ask him about my problem, but when I saw how happy he looked, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I'd promised him that I'd come back as a great mage, but there I was, unable to cast even a single spell. The last thing I wanted was for him to be disappointed in me. Around that time, an epidemic returned to Vaults, the same disease that had claimed the lives of my parents. Wanting to keep it from spreading any further, my master headed to the clinic to speak with the people who'd been infected. But he ended up getting sick too. The source of the epidemic turned out to be an evil spirit that revealed itself to us right there in the clinic. I immediately confronted it. That rotten creature had already taken my parents from me. I wasn't gonna let it take anyone else. Determined to make it pay, I raised my staff, but nothing happened. I'll never forget how it felt to watch, helplessly, as my parents' killer got away. The crew gave chase, but I continued to stand where I was. Without my magic, I didn't see the point. I'd just end up getting in the way. All I could do was watch as my master suffered, withering away. Nothing had changed since the last time. But you know, it wasn't all bad. In search of a solution to my magic loss at the local library, I happened to come across a beautiful golden staff, one left to me by my mother. That's when Master Zaka revealed that my mother had been a mage too. On the verge of tears, I clenched my staff tightly in frustration. My beloved home and master were being threatened by a disease-spreading spirit, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Just as I began feeling completely hopeless, the staff began to glow. Somehow I could feel it encouraging me, empowering me. So what if I couldn't use magic? Surely there were other ways to help everyone. Unable to stand around doing nothing any longer, I ran off to find the crew. When I finally tracked them down, they'd already been rendered powerless by the disease. That left me as the only person who could fight. There wasn't a second to lose. It was that moment when I decided I was done running away. I'd promised myself a long time ago that I was going to use my magic to make people happy. Filled with newfound resolve, I heard a voice coming from the staff. Mom? Is that you? The voice told me to visualize the power flowing through me. As I did, I could feel magic welling up inside me, flooding out from deep within. With my mom's help, I was able to defeat the evil spirit. As soon as it was gone, I erupted from my staff. I turned to see the rest of the crew climbing to their feet, their symptoms gone. The power spread through the entire island of Vaults Duchy, eliminating the disease and bringing smiles back to the people. Things were a little touch and go there for a while, but in the end, everyone pulled through. And I've been able to use my magic without any issue ever since. I just know it's because my mom is watching over me through my staff. Thanks to her, I can keep traveling with the crew, using the staff she left me to bring out more smiles along the way.
I once gave up being a Skyfarer. Also, I could take up arms to protect my home island, Auguste. Man, she was special. You see, there aren't too many places in Fana Grande with oceans, much less ones as gorgeous and pristine as Auguste's. And I'd be damned if I stood by as the Erste Empire sullied its waters with the byproducts of their weapons research. It goes without saying that I enlisted. Good thing, too, 'Cause it was in the midst of the ensuing war that I met the Grand Cipher crew. They helped us, the local mercenaries, I mean, take a stand against those Imperial punks. It wasn't a picnic, but we weren't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, the war wasn't decided by either side, but by the patron deity of the land, Leviathan, who damn near drowned a goose day in a fit of rage. Anybody's troubles would have seemed small compared to a battle like that, huh? Well, not long after, as if irony was waiting to bite me on the ass, my estranged daughter showed up out of the blue. I know what you're thinking. What kind of parent wouldn't rejoice at seeing their child again? But it's complicated, and it's all my fault. Man, the way Apollonia looked at me, like a wolf staring down her bunny-eared breakfast. I couldn't face her. But this crew, there was something about their vitality, you know? Here were these young'uns standing against impossible odds and coming out stronger for it. Maybe if this old man took good notes, he could eventually have an honest conversation with his own baby girl. So, I asked to join the crew and took up a life of skyfaring once again. The next time my daughter and I met, I wouldn't let fear and regret keep me from moving forward. How'd me and my daughter end up estranged? Well, the first thing you need to know is that my wife was stricken by a terminal illness. I refused to listen to the doctors. Terminal my foot. Even if there was no cure in a goose day, surely there ought to have been something in other lands. And so, I left my family at home, crisscrossing the skies looking for a cure. Got into a lot of adventures along the way, and somehow ended up making a name for myself. But no matter how far and wide I traveled, the cure eluded me. And while I was away, my wife, she breathed her last. I wasn't there for her when she needed me most. I never even got the chance to say goodbye. Regret and self-loathing crashed over me in never-ending waves, threatening to pull me under. You can't even begin to imagine the pain. And there was nothing I could do about it. It was all my fault. My daughter spent countless days looking after her sick mother, fighting off fear and dread. It's not hard to imagine why she hates me. She must have asked herself time and again, why was her father gallivanting across the skies while his family suffered? By the time I finally came home, she was long gone. There were no other relatives to turn to. The only family she'd known was no more. All I could do was stand, dazed and helpless, in the cold, empty shell of the home we'd made. After that, 15 years passed. I met the captain, and through my travels with the crew, reunited with my daughter. This might surprise you, but we didn't have a tearful, touching father-daughter reunion the second time around either. I spent so long telling myself that the next time we met, I'd face up to my past. But when the moment came, I froze. What could I possibly say or do for her as a father, after all this time? Any courage I'd mustered withered in the face of her scorn, and I was left standing there, feeling like an old bastard. Sometime after this heartwarming reunion, I bonded with Leviathan, and through our link, saw glimpses of what lay in my daughter's heart. I thought I had escaped all those painful memories. But here they were. In that world created by the Pact with Leviathan, my wife was still alive. I saw how things might have been if I had done things differently. Of course, I knew none of this was real. But I would rather stay in a world of memory than live in a cold, lonely reality without her. But she wasn't having any of that. She said I couldn't sacrifice my future to dwell in the past. She made me promise to fix things between myself and our daughter. Said she'd boot me out of the ocean if I came back without completing my task. Her words finally gave me the push I needed to face my past and start on the path to a brighter future. They gave me the strength to fight for my daughter in her hour of need. And I'd like to think that I finally did something fatherly, if only just the once. Of course, I don't expect our relationship to be mended with one conversation or act of bravery. But little by little, I think we're getting there.
All right, see you.
Power blooms within. Well now. I can't wait to debut this.
Can't wait to try this out.
Ready for action.
Nice! Oh, that's how it's done.
Excellent. Ah, fresh insight. Interesting. Seems useful.
All right.
I'll make good use of this.
The ship will depart shortly. Is everyone ready?
Yep, we're good to go.
Good. All aboard the airship. There's no time to waste. There we go. Do your thing, autopilot. So, I bet you're wondering who I am. I work for the Church of Folka, mostly as a vicar. Call me Roland.
I'm Catalina, protector of this crew.
Name's Rackham. Cheers.
And I'm Io.
Eugen here.
Rosetta.
You can call me Vern. I'm Lyria. Nice to meet you.
And finally, this is our captain.
Wow, I can't imagine captaining a crew at your age. Well, I'm not exactly a slouch myself. You see, I'm kind of a Mr. Fix-It, handling all the odd jobs after church. From furniture repair to marriage counseling, I can mend it all. Results guaranteed. When Roland's on the case, nothing is impossible! Too dramatic, huh?
This guy's a few apples short of a bushel. He'll hear you, dummy. Glad you're with us. High five, Fix-It, dude.
Dude? Once again, my name is Roland.
Yep, heard you the first time. Cheers, Fix-It, dude.
But it's Roland.
Huh?
We've got some time before we reach Tempeal, so would you mind checking on the others?
I'll make good use of you.
Well, well. Ah.
She's not the most luxurious ship, but I assure you she's skyworthy.
Wow, this part of the sky is full of islands.
Indeed. They form the archipelago, and one of them is home to Folka.
So this other island we're flying to, will we be arriving soon?
Yes, we'll be there shortly. I just hope the islanders are evacuating as we speak.
You said we're going to Tempeal, right? What kind of place is it?
It's a bustling mining village. All the rare metals they dig up put them on the map.
What? Does anyone else see that? I mean, the wind around the island. You can actually see it. Huh, yeah. Why is it all weird?
The gales are reaching us from this distance? I suppose that confirms my suspicions.
Good technique. Only a pro would turn starboard and stabilize the ship.
I'll set her down a bit farther from the mines. It's about to get bumpy!
Everyone, grab onto something!
Ugh, what a ride! My life flashed before my eyes.
It's okay, sweetie.
There should be more people here.
Roland, we should talk.
I see. The abnormal winds agitated the goblins, who in turn attacked the islanders.
We managed to escape, but the others... I pray the worst hasn't befallen them.
Try not to worry too much. Just leave everything to Mr. Fix-It.
Thank you. I'll go spread the word.
That being said, I can't just leave these people here unprotected. What should I do?
He needs our aid, Captain.
Did somebody call for goblin exterminators?
We'll handle the goblins.
Are you sure? That'd certainly take a load off my shoulders. Talk about having the right crew for the job. Thanks a lot. I'll come find you after I get all these people aboard the airship. If you happen to see any more islanders out there, could you give them assistance?
Yep, you got it.
Oh, I almost forgot to give you this.
We can talk on this thing? Looks like a flower glued to a box.
It's a type of transceiver. It'll allow us to talk over long distances.
Aren't transceivers expensive? Are you sure you want to give us one?
Yep, don't worry. I didn't pay for it, since I put it together myself. Ah, check this out. It even has a nifty light attachment. Why don't you turn it on, Vern, when you want to grab everyone's attention? Might come in handy.
Nice. You got skills, Fix-It dude.
It's rolling.
Huh. Who'd have thunk you could make sweet gizmos like this? Thank you. We'll definitely make good use of it.
Follow that road, and it'll take you to Tempeal. Please help anyone you see. I'm counting on you.
I don't like this feeling. Let's all be careful now.
Oh, please.
What?
Just a moment. This here's hallowed ground. A special aura keeps the monsters at bay. If you need to rest, find this crystal. You can even stock up on supplies and fix up your weapons. We're counting on you.
Uh-oh! Look! Don't get cold feet now. We need to help Stat. Hello? We need to move. Those people are in trouble.
Stay back!
You know, I think some corporal punishment is in order. What do you
Come in! This is Rolling. Can anyone hear me?
Homemade pizza bomb actually worked. We reach you loud
Can't keep
and
up.
clear.
It sounds a bit noisy on your end.
Yeah, we're busy rescuing islanders from slash-happy goblins.
What?
I will love it. They've taken a number of hostages, but it won't stay that way for long.
How beautiful.
Please, do everything you can to free them.
Granblue! What do you think?
Come, Crimson Thorn!
Reinforcements! Keep your heads on a swivel!
The roses shall protect you.
Don't let up!
There. That's the last of them.
Now to set the captured people free.
I thought I was dead.
Everyone, get on board!
We've been safe? Io, take care of their injuries.
I'm on it. Thank you.
I'm just glad everyone's safe and sound.
What would we have done without your crew? Skyfarers are something else.
Thank you so much, everyone. But more settlements could be under attack.
Better keep going. We gotta check on those people.
Are the erratic winds causing the goblins to act violently?
That's a big problem if true. Goblins don't usually go berserk like average monsters.
Mio. Not shabby.
Doesn't this island remind you of Port Breeze, back when we met Rackham?
Oh yeah, that's when he convinced us to be an official crew. I bet he was dying to join you guys. Where else would he find cooler crewmates?
How would you know? You joined after me.
What do we have here?
This is Roland. I see more captives up ahead.
Understood. Pick up the pace, everyone!
Don't play too hard now. Come, Crimson Thorn!
Don't let up!
Shall we conclude?
Wonder why the gobbers going after settlements. They usually steer way clear of towns.
With more people filling the area, they could see this as their big chance to expand. This will do nicely.
Thought they'd get the slip on us, didn't they?
What did... Oh my, thank you.
Enchanted land!
Wrong to my guide.
Oh no, the bridges are in pieces.
We'll have to get our feet wet. Mind where you step, everyone.
What do you...
Keep those goblins occupied.
We will, Roland. You just focus on flying.
Yes, you are. Never mind. You're right. I'll put my trust in you, Skyfarer.
Did you miss me?
Oh, great.
Come
You know how to
on.
shoot bows.
They'll need time to reload. That's when we charge. Fall with the blossoms. Chill. Even the sweetest gets
I
carried
feel
away.
better already. We've made a decent dent in their numbers. Keep at it.
We've cleared the area. It should be safe to free the captives.
Someone came.
Thank goodness everyone's okay. Quickly, get on board.
Don't worry, you're in good hands now.
Thanks.
I was so scared.
You did a great job holding out.
What a show! I'm so pumped up right now.
Maybe I healed him a little too much.
You did it! You saved everyone! Thank you! Oh no! The windmills have come under attack!
But next destination is the windmill.
Ah. What do you suppose this is?
Look at all the glowing stones. Let's try to nab every last one.
Damn bastards ruin the beautiful countryside. It's a crying shame.
Yep. So let's do what we can to get things back to normal.
Just a few more stones. Oh well. Look at all those shiny rocks. Make sure you nab them all. Don't worry, we can still try again. We have to get to the Islanders.
I know how you feel, but
Well,
don't stray
well.
too far, okay?
Okay, just promise me you'll be careful too.
Now then.
What
a treat. What do you think? Me, oh no. Not shabby.
Doesn't matter which Skyrim we're in.
I'll be there soon. Please, hold out out as best as you can.
Roger, Dodger. We'll lock it down.
Looks like the goblins have hostages. We're on it.
Good fight. Please, do your best to defend them.
We even burned that big windmill.
Come, Crimson Thorn!
Oh, great! Looks like some of them can use magic too. Don't get sloppy now. Finish! It's working.
Fire in the hole!
Full Bloom! Spiral Road!
Can you satisfy my fear?
What are they made of?
Fight harder!
Here we go.
Blast 'em!
Shall we? Like what you saw?
Take my thorns! Come, Crimson Thorn!
Whatever you're trying to pull, bud. Islanders come. This goblin looks tough. Please, be careful.
Tough, huh? I guess he works out in his spare time.
So who's got the bigger guns, them or you?
Full Bloom! What do you
Check
think?
this out.
Come, Crimson
I
Thorn!
mean, it's me, right?
You want more? Don't. Into the fray!
Watch out.
One more group accounted for.
Nice. Give us back that sweet, sweet freedom.
Rescue party?
You're safe now. Hurry to the ship.
Thank goodness.
Don't give up, okay?
I'm alive?
You're going to be fine.
Can you walk, miss?
Thank you, thank you, thank you!
Those poor folk are safe thanks to you. Great job, everyone.
All in a day's work.
Now, we should return to our search.
Huh? What the? Heavens help us. There are others who haven't made it out yet.
Oh no, this is awful.
You have to rescue them. I'll lead the way.
God, full speed ahead, everybody.
I pray we're not too late.
We made it, Roland. About to start fumigating the place.
What do you think?
Thanks, buddy. Put my mind at ease.
Buddy, seriously? I'm at least 5 years older than you.
You wouldn't believe how old I am.
Which would make you old?
We're almost there. Push through! Just like we've
Don't
practiced.
ever come back. Keep it. Another heavyweight.
What are these, Chucklehead Brothers or something?
They should have sent more than a trio.
Come, Crimson Thorn! You want more? Don't. Don't, my...
Leave it to me.
All support! You have my
Cover
aid!
fire?
We better stay focused.
Understood.
All right,
Of course. Slink on a bed of thorns! Sullen Rose! Captain!
Way ahead of you. Tempest Blade. Ah! Catalina.
I'll protect you!
Go now. Crimson King.
Back up! Loud and clear.
Full Bloom! Come, crush it!
Time of chaos. 1 down, 2 to go. Oh, nothing back.
Even the sweetest wind! Come, Crimson Thorn! Spiral Road! Can you satisfy me?
Take him!
Here and now!
Ugh. Really had our work cut out for us, huh? I just hope the islanders are safe and sound.
Ah.
you here to save us?
Just who are you guys?
We're traveling Skyfarers, and we're here to rescue you.
Chin up, everyone. Everything's going to be all right.
Wait, was that Roland? Guess we really are saved.
Let's quickly get you aboard Roland's ship.
No, wait! Listen to me. We fled from the Goblin Fortress that lies deep in the nearby ruins, but our friends are still in there, and they can't make it out on their own.
What's the call?
Let's get those people out of there.
I knew you'd say that. Come in, Fix-It Dude.
Roland here. What can Roland do for you?
We're gonna break some people out of some Goblin Fortress. So take care of things here.
Got it. I know this isn't what you signed up for, but just be careful in there.
Will do. Who's ready to do this?
Y'all think this is the Goblin Fort we're looking for? Gives me the willies.
Be on guard.
Oh! We meet again! Can I offer you a nice knick-knack in these trying times?